Then, I think I can.
Okay, sure.
The island Mokoto, is it?
Mamano.
Mamano is the departure point to Sabah, right? Is that really one of the island that was that's used?
No, actually,
It's
because
just a name that
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
We just made up the island. It looks big, but it's just a small part, small land, and yeah.
I'm asking this.
The way to Sabah, you go through small islands, so they have to do stopovers. If you look at the map, Mamanak would be there.
Yeah.
It depends on which route the motorboat chose. In real time, it takes 24 hours
Wow.
from the first stop,
Wow.
which is West Bungao,
24 hours.
and then 24 hours. But they have to travel by night, so the Malaysian border patrol will see. So they have to reach Sabah at the break of dawn.
I'm just curious, do you get any threats from the syndicates, you know? Because you're some sort of exposing their. I'm just curious.
Well, not really, because somehow we were protected. Because before doing the film, I went to Department of Justice. I went to the mayor's office. I went, to legal, people with authority in order before doing the film. Even Department of Social Awareness. I actually go to them to consult, to study the film. And there was an interview I had with a radio from Australia. Unfortunately, I said something which should be said.
Okay, it's one of the.
Oh, because there's a lot of undocumented cases in Sabah wherein I accidentally said it, like, just said it. So she asked me for the contact details of people from Sabah, and I told her, well, you can try, but don't please quote on me because I do not have like a personal documentation out of that. It's kind of hard to substantiate it or to prove it. But these are all based from testimonies of people I've interviewed. So I told her to contact Department of Justice, but they don't want to meddle about it.
Any other comments or observations?
You kind of answered it already. I was just curious about the duration. You mentioned the duration is 24 hours, right? So then my next question is actually, are there a lot of casualties or anything documented? Like we saw a little, like water seeping in, or like, they want to get to Sabah, but along the way, are there any cases that documented,
didn't
like
make it.
sunken boats?
Yeah.
Yeah, people who didn't make it there.
Since we're born with islands and seas, so it's a normal thing for water to seep in. So it's nothing to worry about. The boatmen are good. In fact, this little boat is faster than the border patrol boat of Malaysia. So they actually never get caught. Because at the edges and the fringes of Malaysia, they use their oldest boats. And this small boat is actually faster, so they're never caught. Surprisingly. I think by reason of survival, we became very good boatman operators.
There's this one case I interviewed. This man escaped from the mainland Malaysia. He swam like from here to a different island to escape away from the patrol. But he ends up, being caught with the Malaysian border patrol. But he wasn't like killed or something like that. But he was bitten, of course. But there was no casualties in terms of death because it's a big no-no for the government for them not to do that.
So probably the worst case scenario is they were caught and
They
deported
would be
back
caught
to
and deported.
back to the Philippines.
Yes.
Actually, I would like to ask. Oh, you had a question just now?
I just wanted to say that I really like the soundtrack in the whole movie. It just looks beautiful, and you hear it, it's just so beautiful. I like the song at the end.
Thank you.
And I know you didn't know the lyrics. And I want to ask, when did you start writing? Did you write at the end of the movie, or did you write at the start of the movie?
The song, because being a producer, I wanted to have a part in it. No, but it was just an accident. I was writing about spirits and God of the Seas, and then Sheron told me that they do believe in the God of the Seas. So we were lucky. And it's also part of our gratitude to showcase the sound production house, which are very good musicians and sound mixers. So they wanted a new world music to go with it. They said, we feel there's something lacking, so we had to write a song. It wasn't part of the original plan.
How long was
Yeah.
how long was the duration in writing?
I wrote it in 20 minutes.
Did you?
Because we were chasing the deadline of Cinemalaya. We were still post-producing a week before the premiere, so it's really,
Not like
it's,
answer the movie.
I think it's part of being advertising. You're used to
I think
rush.
so.
He's so happy with even notice his song.
The meaning Halaw, what is it? It means ways of the sea. What is
No,
it?
no, no.
Oh,
Halaw is Bahasa for taken away or deported. But we cannot title it in English The Deported because they might think we're making fun of Scorsese. So we had to choose we had to change title to Ways of the Sea because it sounds clunky if it's The Deported.
Another question,
Yeah.
on the deport, yeah. So when these people get deported, right? Do they immediately get deported after they're being caught?
no. Actually, they're put in this jail. They call it Red Roof. Locally, they call it Lumera. Before, they're jailed for like years. But right now, they're trying to cut off the numbers of people inside. So basically, there's this reason that explains why there's like a weekly deportation. So they separate men from women.
And you like ask them whether they actually are in any they are abused
Before they were really abused, like really literally abused. But right now, because of mass media information,
Social media.
they try to be a little bit more lenient.
because I actually volunteer for a sex worker rights group in Singapore.
Ah,
And
okay.
we have we speak to the Chinese sex workers in Singapore, and
Uh-huh.
there was this case of this lady who was when she was caught for overstaying, she was brought to a place in the immigration checkpoint authority, and on level 2 there is a big room where they house these people before they're being deported, and it's just full glass aircon and you have very little to do. But nothing gets reported, nothing gets captured. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I actually wanted to. Okay, I know you're talking about duration, and the film is 78 minutes, which is quite short by any feature length film. And I also read from somewhere that in the script process, that's been a lot of editing, some rewriting. So I guess what I want to ask is, if you have a choice again, will there be other scenes that were taken out of the script process that you'd like to have it in the film? It's a very common thing for filmmakers to take things out and add things in.
I've always believed that whatever the result is for the film, I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. If the question is if there's something that I would like to include, I think that's the way it is. I just have to be happy, and and I'm happy the way it is. So I'm okay. Yeah.
Or is there a reason why?
I think it's when you write a real-time concept film, it's easier because you can get rid of the other things because you just cover the hours going there. So it's not easy to write. It's easy. It's hard to stage, but in terms of writing, it's easier than your normal full-length film that takes a week. So personally, I was happy with the real-time scenes that were put in it. You just get a glimpse of the characters, which is what happens when you write a book. You don't get to know them fully. You take from different. So and the unsaid parts were more powerful than what we saw spoken and done.
In addition to that, since I basically ran out of budget, so I told myself, okay, this is a script, it's quite long, so what should I do? So I thought of just picking up the most important scene from the film and shot it, and disregard everything else. So in the editing, we fixed the story, and therefore coming out with this film. Yeah.
So if given more budget, you might make a longer film?
I think that even the treatment and stuff would be different. Yeah. It's going to be totally different. I just have to adjust with the budget that we have. And visualize a certain style that complements with the budget and time that we have. The film was shot for 6 days, 7 days, and the post-production was for like 2 weeks. So there's no margin for error, which stuff to do it.
The Cineleisure grant only gives the filmmaker 15,000 Singapore dollars. So for first-time filmmakers, it's really a baptism of fire because before you start shooting, you have to complete the cost and look for funders within 6 months. So it's kind of tough. So this must have cost only 40,000 Singapore dollars to me.
No, 30.
2 million pesos, roughly. Now, we didn't compute the post-production because it was free. But I think if you compute that in man-hours and the services, it would shoot up to.
So how do you convince the 2 professional actors who actually participate? I mean, I'm sure their salary will be not as great, as when they are doing mainstream television. But I think they really did a good job, and then they really support you international actors, which is really great.
Yeah, it's true.
I really thank them for participating. Yeah.
Actually, I was quite surprised because personally, I don't know them personally. Like I just asked because John, I've been seeing him with a lot of movies, and I told him if I want to make a film with him. So we negotiated. He suggested actually John, and I thought of Isabel Lopez.
He thought of Isabel Lopez.
So I contacted one of the organizers of Cineleisure and informed Isabel about the project. She convinced Isabel to do the project, and she got in. And
so, is there a lot of persuasion, or she just
in terms of because these people are tired of doing soap operas. So we have this thing called for actors and actresses who are really passionate about their craft. We have this indie rate. They don't charge.
Is one of them, right?
Yeah.
She also like doing
most of these films, indie films that you see with great actresses, some are even very popular. They have this indie rate because they just want to do something, practice their craft, or they want to win also. And they're tired of all these sub stories on TV and the commercial romantic.
And they also
flicks.
should have the trust in new young directors.
Because no one knows him, but they like the issue, the human trafficking issue. I think
you made short films before.
yeah, documentary short films.
Even Isabel Lopez was quoted saying, "I don't know Sheron, but I like the material," something like that. And he's not a bitch in the set, so. And they have good food in that province, so they were well fed.
I'm nice.